In today's video, I'm reviewing a 2016 Ford F350 pickup. The Ford F350 was first introduced to market in 1999 and is now in its fourth generation. This is the third generation model, which ran from 2011 to 2016. The Ford F350 is available in three different cab configurations. The first is a two-door standard cab with an 8-foot bed, or you can get it in a 2+2-door super cab or 4-door crew cab model. The Super Cab and the Crew Cab models are available with either a 6 3/4 foot bed or an 8-foot bed. Even though the F350 is really big and has a very rugged, heavy-duty appearance to it, it's also got a pretty nice, clean, conservative look to it, which is nice if you don't want something that really stands out as just being a massive, aggressive, over-the-top full-size pickup. If you really have the need to do some heavy towing, but you want a vehicle that's still got fairly conservative styling overall, I think the F350 fills that niche pretty well. It's definitely progressed over the years from that 1999 model as the truck market has really evolved and become much more kind of broad in terms of the sales volumes and the market audience. Rather than just full-size pickups targeting an audience of construction workers and people that have the need to tow a lot of heavy loads, they've really come to kind of adapt to various buyer types, and you can get, your basic work truck, or you can get a really high-end, luxurious pickup such as this model. And obviously that varies with those different trim packages available on the F350. There are 5 different trim packages. They have the XL, XLT, Lariat, King Ranch, and the Platinum models. This model is the Lariat, so it kind of sits in the middle of the road, but you'll see as we get inside that it comes heavily loaded with quite a few of the available features. Up front with this third generation model of the F350, the grille really grew in size. It's very pronounced, very bold, with a lot of chrome. Really makes the truck stand out. On more basic versions, it does come in black. On the chrome, it's got a really nice appearance to it. I'm also a fan of what they did with the headlights on the third generation of the F350. The headlight in this compartment is on this bottom portion, but on the second generation model, it was kind of yellowed out above, and so to me it just kind of looked off-centered, unbalanced with the size of the grille. And so I like the fact that on the third generation, the whole lens up top is also clear and kind of gives the appearance that that headlight spans that full height. And with that, just kind of balances nicely with the grille. All in all, the F350 has a really bold look that just gives that appearance that it's really ready to work hard. And it certainly is. It's got a max towing capacity of 21,600 pounds and a 7,110 pound payload. So it definitely is designed to hold a lot of weight and pull a lot of weight. You see that the mirrors have a little inset built in the bottom, and so it gives you a few different angles. Definitely helps with the visibility when you're driving a truck of this size. One of the unique design cues of the F350, and really the F250 and 150 as well, is that this window kind of curves down at the front. I've always been a big fan of that look. Another feature that's really cool on Ford vehicles is the code that you can use to access the vehicle. Nice feature if you don't want to take the key with you. I'm surprised that more automakers haven't caught on and integrated that into their vehicles. See that with the 8-foot bed, plenty of space back here, even with a utility box in the back. I'm also a big fan of the stock wheels that come on the F350. Again, very bold, very shiny, stand out really nicely. These are only available on some of the higher end spec models, so obviously they come with something a little more basic in your lower trim packages, but these have a nice look. These are aftermarket tires that again add to that rugged appearance. The F350 is also available in a dually configuration, and you can get it in either 2 or 4-wheel drive. This of course is a 4-wheel drive model. You'll see that we have parking sensors integrated into the back bumper. Again, something that's very helpful when you're driving something of this size. I also like the design of the dual exhaust on the F350. Has those little cutouts in the exhaust. Gives it a pretty cool appearance. And then of course it probably adds to the tone of the exhaust. This generation of the Ford F350 came with 3 different engine options. This model has the 6.7 liter Powerstroke V8 with 440 horsepower and 860 pound-feet of torque. You could also get a 6.2 liter V8 with 385 horsepower and 405 pound-feet of torque, or a 6.8 liter V10 with 362 horsepower and 457 pound-feet of torque. The F350 is only available with an automatic transmission. The materials in the F350 are not super high quality, kind of cheap plastics that have kind of a hollow, hard feel to them, but they're executed pretty nicely in terms of just the overall look. And the use of these plastics means they're very easy to clean. I'm a fan of the circular vents that you get in the truck with those chrome accents set against the stainless steel. So we get a nice large center screen, some wood insets, very clean, simple layout. In the door, you get plenty of compartment space for various items, gloves, water bottles, tape measure, whatever else you might want to store in there. Power door locks, power windows, power mirrors with a push button feature to tilt the mirrors in, get you into the tight spaces. We've got memory settings for the seat, so you can have 2 different settings, which means that, of course, that they are power seats with lumbar support. On the steering wheel, we've got controls for cruise control, audio, and Bluetooth. A look at the instrument cluster in the back. Of course, this has 4-wheel drive, so you have the option of 2 high, 4 high, or 4 low. Got snow on the road today, so we do have 4-wheel drive activated. The F350 has dual zone climate control, air conditioning. You can control a number of functions through the center screen here too. So it's got heated and air conditioned seats for the driver and front passenger. We've got some of the audio functions here on the screen. You can connect a phone. We've got the compass. From here, you can go a little bit more in depth. So click on climate, have much more functionality in terms of climate on that screen. If we want to go back to that home screen and then go to entertainment, we've got the ability to listen to AM radio, FM radio, Sirius XM radio, CD player, connect your phone through USB. You've got Bluetooth connectivity. You can insert an SD card and put music in there, or you can connect through an AV. And so quite a bit of functionality there. You can also go to the phone screen here. If your phone's connected, you can import your contacts, you can place calls, take calls through the center screen, and obviously the audio comes over the vehicle speakers, and there's a microphone built into the vehicle. The F350 also comes with Microsoft's Sync program, so it's a partnership between Ford and Microsoft. Quite a bit of functionality with that system. I won't go into depth on that, but if you click that information screen, that will connect you to the Sync system. Jumping into the back of the F350, you'll see it's a very spacious cabin, also very nicely appointed, as we saw up front. In the door, we've got some compartments again, plenty of storage space, window controls, little speaker. See, we've got a center armrest that can fold down, more cup holders. Overall, a pretty nice cabin. Despite the fact that the F350 is a true heavy-duty truck that's intended to work hard with an impressive payload and towing capacity, there aren't really that many compromises when you get into the cabin. As you saw, the interior's got a really nice, clean, upscale design to it. There's plenty of features, amenities. It's very comfortable, it's very smooth, it's very quiet. And the drivability of the truck is really impressive too. I mean, you do have to take into consideration the large dimensions of the truck, but really when it comes to the drivability, it's just like driving anything else. It's really quite easy to drive. There's good visibility, the steering's got pretty good feel to it, the handling is decent. You know, you do expect to have a fairly stiff ride with a full-size truck, but it's not overly stiff. and just in general, it's a really nice package. The other thing is that with that Powerstroke diesel engine, you get a ton of power. It's impressive how quickly that engine can propel this vehicle forward, and at the same time, it's a pretty quiet engine as well. When I got into this truck and I turned it on, I actually had to double check and make sure that it was a diesel, because I was wondering if it was a gasoline engine because it was so quiet. As you can see, it's a little stormy out today as well, and despite that, with the truck in four-wheel drive, it handles just fine in the snow and ice. Overall, the F350 really is a great truck that kind of checks all the boxes and can appeal to a very broad demographic. If you're looking for a true work truck and you just want to get something that's simple and ordinary, they've got those base trim packages. But if you want a truck that's capable of working really hard, but you also want to enjoy the finer things in life, and you want luxury features and comfort and all of that technology that comes with this F350 in the Lariat package and other higher end trim packages, they've got you covered there as well. So that's a review of the 2016 Ford F350 pickup. As you can see, with the F350, you've got a great truck that has the ability to work hard with that impressive towing capacity and payload capacity, and yet you still get to drive in luxury and style. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the section below. For more car reviews, subscribe to my channel. In the meantime, thanks for watching.